Okay, so I'm back to Japan right now, and I make this video because I finally finished my quest on how to trade with people, how to share your value with people, how to make real, healthy partnerships with people based on true love, true friendship, and how to do that inside the community, to feel safe and grounded inside the community, and not only offline, but also with all the magic and portals that you can open online. So I found this recently. It was literally a 5 month karmic cycle. That's why I'm naturally back to Japan, and my life brought me back here naturally. But because this quest, I started it before I came to Japan. If you remember the last videos, I went to Korea and found some people there and found a community there, and where I learned a lot of things. But I still could not figure out this quest. So eventually I changed community. I go to Thailand and in the garden of Mentaksha, and I could figure out this quest. And now all the portals are open. I will show you how it's really magic and how you can use those portals to just do the same. Travel all the time, make money, feel grounded, have community, offline and online. Okay. It's just the beginning for me, but I know 100% that the portals are open because I experienced it already. So I will share this small win with you today and explain you the real magic with it, because even if the portal is just open, the magic behind this is so profound and deep, and you really need to be aware of this. And you need to be aware of this. Why? Because going on to this new quest, this new path, because now I will go on to the next quest now that I'm here, but I've seen people, both online and offline, who are really getting destroyed, or that are completely lost, at least, if not destroyed, by the new portal opened by this new frame, and they have no choice but to get into it because it's a portal for humanity. So the whole humanity has agreed upon something, and people are not aware of it because nobody says it, okay? But from my point of view, I can see it. I can see it in many worlds happening, and also because I'm working on that. And if you're not aware of it, you can really do shit. Lose yourself or even getting destroyed depending where you are. So I've seen channels online, for example, that I wanted to follow. I inquire online, okay, how to do money online, how to do this thing online, this stuff online, because this is what I was trying to open as a portal, what I was trying to figure out for people, because a lot of people have so much value they can share and they don't know how to trade. I will explain what trading means after. It's not what you think at all. It's really something to find inside, and finding this side is so hard given all the poison there is in the world about that. So it's crazy, but just looking at the video, you can absorb the energy, download the energy of it, and just have it. So this is how it works, because I make all my videos as something downloadable energetically, because it's based on the tree of life. So all videos are based on 10 phase of the 10th effort. Even if you don't see it, I just follow it inside so you can receive it if you're just focused. So that's how it works, and I've seen channels that have completely closed. Channels where people were doing millions of dollars or stuff like that, you know, how they like showing that off, how they like saying that. Where they closed off? Account deleted, business deleted, many stuff like that. And they don't know why. And they're like, why? What's happening? Why is happening? Or you don't even know what they are doing anymore because they closed off. But I will tell you why. And I will also tell you what is the opposite. Why some people now can succeed online, why some people now just appear online. So some people disappear, some people appear, and why. Okay? And because it's not online, it's offline that it happened. It's inside of you. Don't get manipulated by the online matrix. That's why I do all this work, so you can stay grounded, you can stay connected to God anytime, no matter what you do online or on technology. And that's why I made all this effort to connect it with many spiritual disciplines like Kabbalah, Taoism, and all of this stuff. Even before doing this video, I made the Tao magic I'm doing with my technology that I will talk about right now. So I already explained that in my formation, but I will explain it a bit more right now. So that's it for the introduction. You can watch where I was in the past quest. So once you find a community, once you find people, and if you don't have it yet, then watch the other video. You will know how to find a community just doing magic and finding the right one for you and finding the karmic relationships you need to grow up, right? And learn about that. Then you can go into this quest. Once you have it, how does it work? So first of all, once you have it, you're safe because your covenant arc, so which is your phone, once it's consecrating the right way, once you're doing the right task, and I will explain what are the right tasks to do, because once you find the people, you need to use your phone with other people. Using your phone with other people, I made videos about this just before, but you can watch on my channel, but it's all about social networks, okay? We're back to this. It's all about social networks. Social networks is like the spiritual frame that has been put into place for humanity to work as a global community in harmony, okay? If you're not in harmony with social networks, that means you just don't know the spiritual laws, the spiritual rules that are behind it. That's why I'm decrypting it for you. And that's why it's so important to watch this video, because, or this kind of video, I don't see anyone else doing that anyway, but because if you don't know the frame, social networks being now ungraded, technology being now ungraded, I was talking about that to someone, will literally give you health problems. It's ungraded. It's only metal. Only the metal element. Okay, in the 5 elements, it's only that. So if you don't do some kind of consecration process, connecting it to the elements of nature, the universe, and all of that, your technology will pull you down. On the other sense, if you do the magic with it, your technology will pull you up. And this is what happened to me. I was just doing very simple tasks. Once again, you can see the other video from me doing one click on my technology, one touch on my screen, creates a whole universe. It's like a big action. It moves a lot of energy. Because there is a lot of energy on this technology, but people are just not aware of it, thinking that they can do whatever they want without paying the price later. We'll have to pay the price. Everything has to pay a price. And this is what is happening to people who are disappearing online. They don't know how much energy they borrowed from God without paying the debt. They don't know what they did. But I know, because I already paid. What you have to do, I will show it on the screen, but what you have to do is using anything that is about the 5 elements, okay, to do, I won't say all the details about it in this video, it will be too long, but anything using the 5 elements to do some breathing exercise and some mind exercise to do magic with it, to consecrate your phone and your technology every day, okay? Why? Because anyway, you have to do it for your own body every day. If you don't do it, your energy will go down, okay? Everything will pull you down, because no plan has been made for you to survive with technology. So, yeah, since it's only the metal element, you will just become sick. You need balance between your 5 elements, okay? This is just simple Taoism. But people don't realize that by using technology, they are making a very clear and huge imbalance in their energy field. Because this contains a lot of energy, but this is not balanced. So this will put one of your elements in imbalance. Also, given the energies of the years, the planets right now, you can have many symptoms that will give you many health problems. You don't know where it will come from, but you can override it. So I'm not at all about putting EMF Faraday cage, right? Putting cage around your computer. I'm not about that at all. I'm about using what exists and just making it harmonious and absorbing it inside, absorbing the energy inside and making it harmonious. So you use the 5 elements. You can use park next to you, pictures around you, pictures of nature around you, and do some kind of consecration process just like you would do in a temple every day. You burn some incense, right? Do the same every day for your technology. And you will realize, yeah, your technology is really a temple. And yes, there is really God inside of it. And if you don't accept it, you will have a lot of health problems. You will get destroyed by the frame. Because humanity now, what is a dream? Is that everyone can just travel, get money, still live healthily, happily, have abundance of relationships, abundance in every kind of form, and be free, right? This is the goal of humanity right now. Technology is giving all those opportunities for people. It's just that nobody has a plan. So basically, if you don't do what I'm explaining right now, or at least something similar, you're going against the whole humanity. Can you imagine? You will get destroyed. Okay? So using the 5 elements with your phone to do magic, all of that. And after that, using social networks. It is really important, okay? Because once you are inside a community, if you do even a small greedy thing on your covenant arc, I'm using the word covenant arc and not phone because covenant arc, if you read the Bible or this kind of stuff, is really all powerful, okay? It has so much power, it can kill people. It's the same thing here. Now you will be in a community, your phone contains so much energy depending how you consecrated it. If you do one small mistake on it, one greedy action on it, it will have repercussion on people around you. That's why you cannot, if you are in lack of people, lack of friends, lack of community, you should know that there is a reason. It's because you have so much power. You need to master your power yet before so that you can go there, because you will have so much impact on people. And I've seen it. Depending on my action, then it impacts people. So first of all, removing all negative actions that you do there. Also, what are the next actions? The next actions are committing to different types of social networks. It's just about commitment. Once again, if you watch my video until now, nothing that you do outside matters, but only your commitment to your actions matters. Because when you commit to something, that means you're ready to die for something. Once you're ready to die, God helps you. God gives you the reward for it. And I will give you an example. For example, in this community I was in, I met someone who was about trading, okay? And I saw how everyone in this group, maybe 15 people, were all the mirrors of me. Okay, they were all parts of me, and it was really clear. Because my mind is so focused on my task and on what I do and on my technology, I can see the mirrors very clearly, okay? I can see it both in the physical and astral world. So I can see what they mean for me, why they are there in front of me. And before getting there, I just committed to do trading online because I didn't know what to do. I had some revelation, some message about trading, and I wanted to open all the portals. No matter what the task you do outside, even if it's not 100% aligned, at least you commit. So once you commit, what happens? God gives you the answer you're looking for because he saw your commitment. He saw that you're ready to die anyway, so he will give you the answer. That's how it works. So trading is really not for me. I really don't like trading. I'm not at all into this kind of thing, but I committed so hard to it just for a few days, right? That God sent me someone who could give me all the answers about that. So in this community, there was someone about that. And not only he gave me answers about trading, but he gave me answers way more than that about spirituality, about Taoism, and things that I was searching for, even way beyond trading, that I have nothing to do with that. And that are really important for me. I was looking for that since literally 1 year or two. 1 year and a half. So imagine the amount of blessing I get just from one little commitment on my phone, just because I started to do one trade on my phone, okay, about Forex. And I don't like it. But just the action, the commitment to do that gives you a really good relationship, really good partnership with someone that you can learn from a lot of things, okay? So it's infinite. It's just opening a portal that opens another portal. It's infinite. So don't hesitate to flow into commitment. Don't hesitate to commit about anything, especially people and communities. So this will be the next thing I'm talking about, because about feeling trapped, about feeling into a jail, about feeling like a slave of people and communities and groups. This is something that will stop now. I didn't know that so many people were in my situation, but actually I realized from another person that my generation has a lot of a grudge about that and is really feeling like that in many situations. Why? Because my generation we get another soul. We get not only the soul, okay, coming from maybe our ancestors, the parents, all of that is just linear sequence, and we're supposed to be like weaker than the parents. It's the mainstream stuff, okay? Most of the time, it's like that. In my generation, because the plan is to awaken everyone, some souls just get another soul, which is far more powerful than their parents, far more powerful than their teachers, far more powerful than anyone they meet at the school, far more powerful than all of that. Then you just stuck there in a group, whether you call it school or no matter, or any other thing. You stuck there and you have no choice but to be a slave, because you're like a kid and nobody understands that you're more powerful than them, right? And nobody is here to teach you the correct thing. You're just lost. So this problem now is gone. Portal open, old portal destroyed, okay? Gone. I will explain you why. Simply because relationships are not about that anymore. All this is destroyed, okay? All this frame about coach, gurus, mentors, I don't know why. It will disappear. It will reappear in another way, but it will disappear in the way it is now, which is like People who could be a guru and be like, okay, I'm your guru, so you listen to me, cannot work anymore, okay? Even with students, there is no students anymore. Now it's just quantum relationships, which is just called partnerships, okay? And this is exactly how social networks works. Social networks are the exact frame to do partnerships between every human in the world in a quantum way. Why? Because it's a decentralized way of teaching people. So, which means now you're on my channel. I am the teacher in a way, I have my own frame and all of that. But suddenly, 2 minutes later, I will go on YouTube, go on the channel of someone else. I'm the student. So who I am? And who I am the student of, who I am the teacher for, there is no answer anymore because people are moving all the time. People are moving from one game room to another game room to another room. Everyone is moving so fast. So it's all quantum. It's not about being one or the other. It's not about being put into jail or this stuff like that. So don't hesitate to commit to people and committees anymore because there is protection that has been put on humans. Okay? Because before people could greed onto you. Or even you were not ready for that. It has always been a relationship and partnership like that. Because you need a lot of energy to resist the higher frames that are stronger than you right now, but that are not meant to be stronger than you for a long time. This is the paradox. So this is why you can be in a community and feel like a slave or destroyed and not feel good because you cannot fight that big energy. You cannot fight it. You're just a lone human being. Okay? You need to find friends. You need to find people. And you need to grow in your own way as well. So it's 50-50. It's not only just your fault. It's 50-50. But what you can do is commit, because once you commit, since now there is a protection around you, God will change people around you. God will change the community around you. You will be accepted for what you do. And God will change the manifestation around you. So there is no need to be scared anymore. Just go for it. Go for everything you want. Commit to people, commit to communities and relationships. And even if it lasts 1 day or 1 year, it doesn't matter anymore because this is only commitment that matters. But things will happen naturally for you. So by doing this kind of actions online, I was doing this kind of actions online. It's truly manifested offline. So the action I did on social networks, for example, like I told you, I committed to trading for just a few days. It literally created energy shield around me that allowed me to commit to people offline. And there was no consequence, no negative consequence. I was literally protected. Okay? So this is one of the commitments that is really important. And be assured that anyone online, because I'm really against this kind of frame, but anyone online calling themselves a guru or whatever that try to work online, they will have to change. I've seen many people trying to work online that are gurus offline. But if you start to work on the online frame and follow the global plan of humanity about that, you have to change. So you cannot be in your own ego world anymore. So it's all about making social networks healthy in this kind of magic way, really connecting it to God and all of this stuff. So commitment matters, and using technology this way matters, and creating energy shields matters, all of this stuff matters. So after that, you really need to understand that also. So basically, I'm fully protected by an energy shield just because how I use my covenant arc and how it manifests in my life. So the goal now will not be to only work online, only have something offline, I don't know, going to the church or whatever. It's not about that anymore. It's about manifesting quantumly what you do online and offline. So I don't know exactly how it will happen, but it will become crazy because that will force humans to create communities all over the world. Because now the contract with technology is that whatever you do online, you have to do it offline. It has to manifest. And I've experienced it. I said it in my last video, but I have no choice anymore. The contracts I've made with technology, all of my commitments, have to manifest offline. And if I have to do an action for that, I will be forced to do it. Or I will fall sick or I will die. Okay, there are contracts. And it's no joke. It's really there. But it's all for the better because what do you want actually? You want to have $1 million on your bank account, and what do you do in your life? The real goal is to manifest stuff offline. is to manifest the relationships you want offline, to manifest the learning you have to do offline, the lessons you have to go through offline. What would be the goal of technology otherwise? To get some small shot of dopamines about whatever you're doing? If it doesn't translate into the matter, it's useless. So that's why it will become crazy, because it will not be about having tons and tons of stuff on your phone or online, but about being balanced online and offline. So I don't know how it will happen exactly. Still not there, but this is what's happening already in a small proportion. So by doing that, by just doing small commitments on my phone, I've got so many blessings. So many blessings. So the people I met were clearly mirrors of me. I learned lessons from them. What they are doing also, they were clearly manifestation of that. Whatever they were doing with their phone and technology, or online business or whatever, was a clear mirror of what I was doing. So this is really a quantum matrix where nothing exists and you're alone. You're alone and not alone at the same time. If I started to do actions on my phone about working online, suddenly people also in this community, in this matrix, also started to work online, also started to open portal about how to work online, or even giving me opportunities on how to work online. Another proof that my small commitments, doing nothing, because I'm starting to do what? To watch online, how to make videos online, how to edit videos, how to do trading. It's really just little commitments, useless commitments. I won't do it. I won't get anything from that. But I get everything from that offline. So people giving me opportunities, people asking me to work for them or whatever. So you can literally make money by understanding everything I'm talking about on technology. So because everything I do is magic through the phone, through the Covenant Arc, and anyone can do it. That's why I'm sharing that. I would not share it if not anyone in the world could copy it. But anyone in the world can copy it. Because it's just a matter of doing a click on your phone. Just doing the right action with the right spiritual law behind, you can do it. And it's universal because I'm using Kabbalah, I'm using Taoism, I'm using all of that. So this is not even my opinion or subjective stuff. It cannot be that. Okay. So doing these kind of actions manifested this kind of situations, which is really insane for me. It never happened in my life, actually. I never had so many blessings, abundance, and opportunities. And yeah, people started to give me not only material opportunities, but also service or stuff like that, to heal me and stuff like that. And it's all mirrors, but because this is distorted mirror, you will receive what you give into the matrix, you will receive it in another form, and you can go like that infinitely, and make people grow like that with you infinitely. So your actions matters. Every small click you do on your phone matters because it changes the whole world, and even your environment and all of that. So this is a proof that all of this worked because it really manifested outside. So social networks make things really simple because a small commitment can move so much energy. So that's also one way to unstuck yourself from the online matrix where we tell you, yeah, you have to do this and be consistent in doing this, doing that video, stuff like that. To get what? To get money in 3 months or whatever? No, don't get money in 3 months. Get everything now. Because the reality is quantum. There is no other reality than getting everything you want now. And if you think you don't get everything you want now, that means this is not what you want. Okay, get that in your mind. So I never plan to do anything online or any action online to get something later. I never plan to do that. It should be unconditional commitment. And then you get something now. That's just how it works. And it was crazy to see that. And when you're in community where people stay there at the same time all the time, all the manifestation become so quantum, it's crazy. And you're literally a magician with, like, what is it? It's a phone because that's a phone, but it's literally a magical tool in your hand all the time. And manifesting people there, doing this and that. Even manifesting money, what is that? Okay? And I have no business online, I have no followers, I have nothing. I even have 0 followers. How is it possible? Because this is magic. The true nature of reality is magic. So imagine someone who already has success online. What will happen? Either they get destroyed because of the new matrix, or they can stay there and have to do a lot more effort. This is what I was explaining. And I even met someone who was working for people who are really spiritual, but only offline, and they never made online stuff, never posted anything online. And now they're thinking about it. Now they're thinking to post online and do stuff. So this is exactly what I was saying. Some people disappear, some new people appear. based on the new laws of reality, new rules of technologies that are appearing right now in the world. So this also showed me that money is really non-existent. I didn't make a video about that, but I already experienced it last year. Maybe I should make a video about that, but money is really non-existent. It's just a way to exchange something, just like you exchange a YouTube video or exchange words with people or communicate with people. But in a transaction about money, there is no giver, no receiver. It's just purely an illusory game. The person who gives money is not necessarily the giver. And the person who receives money is not necessarily the receiver, because it all happens inside. So money just becomes an illusory tool to manifest stuff into the matter, magical tool, but not at all something to receive or to give. This frame also has to disappear, because a lot of spiritual communities are saying this thing right now that is really going against my principle and going against all the principles that humanity will integrate soon about quantum stuff. That giving money, okay, is a virtue or something that can bring you value every time you do it. It's not true. Sometimes giving money is taking. Sometimes giving money is a sin. Because it all depends on the frame you have inside of you, or the energy you have inside of you. And even, I will give you a simple example. If you're a coach, students should pay you money to receive your teaching, right? But then, what does it make people who could work for you are your student, but they want to give you even more. Okay, more than money. So what is more than money? For example, working for you. So they give you even more. And suddenly, what do they transform into? They go from student to employee. And they receive money. Does it mean you're losing money? Does it mean now you're the student? You're still the coach and you're giving money to your student? What's happening? You see how it doesn't make sense. Money doesn't make any sense. Because it all happens at the moment of the transaction in the present in a quantum way. That's all that exists. Nobody ever made money following a structure in the past or the future. Nobody ever made money in the past or the future. Okay, it's all in the present. So this example should enlighten you. I hope so. Because it shows you clearly, if you go through this process, I went through this process last year, and it showed me clearly money is non-existent. So it appears naturally in one way or the other, and we don't care the way it appears, because what matters is the process. Once you do the process of commitment, of loving people unconditionally, and all of that. So I started to, in the community as I was in, I started to love people unconditionally, even sharing the thing that is the closest to my heart and the hardest to share, because it cost me a lot of energy. So I realized I had the superpower again to another one, that every time I make new videos, there are new superpowers that pops, because this is the goal. This is what it's doing. If you do stuff in your life not to get superpowers or get closer to God, this is useless. Oh, I should talk about that also. But I realized I had the power to take the karma of people and heal them. So it cost me a lot of energy to do that. Taking the karma of people in my own body, that means I will suffer. But because I know how to transmute it and I'm stronger than them, then it's okay. I can do it. And I did that on someone that, okay, I didn't think it would, and I didn't even have a thought that it would bring me anything except what we were trading at the moment. So that's why I say I love trading, because it was purely for trading. And I really loved this exchange, and it was really enlightening also. But the blessing I get from that, beyond this simple object we traded, was insane. And it gave me not only this new superpower, but also other superpowers like shielding myself. Then I had an energy shield around me. The people started to change around me, and the people I was supposed to connect with came closer to me, and the people I was supposed to not connect with came further from me. Naturally, I had nothing to do. And something really changed. So doing this kind of stuff shows you clearly the non-existence of any transaction, and then what manifests from that about money is just a consequence. But first you have to share that. So this is why I say there were more blessing beyond that, because then I got opportunities and all of this stuff. But it's all really precise. It's not about getting lucky one time in our life. I'm giving you eternal fulfillment, eternal power, eternal abundance. I'm not about doing things temporarily, just like people have been doing until now. It won't work. That's why we need Kabbalah, but I'm the only one to make the link with technology on your phone, because I want you to be free and be able to travel and be able to be in the modern world and be in Tokyo like I'm in right now, okay? And just keep living on being the freest person in the world and still integrating all of this wisdom. Yeah, the thing I wanted to say is that it's all about getting closer to God all the time. It's really important about technology. The small Taoist process I gave you at the beginning of the video about doing magic with your phone and consecrating it with 5 elements and all of that, it's just one small part of the process. What is really important is going closer to God every day with technology. So what means technology bringing you closer to God? It's not creating new technology, putting implants in your brain or in your arms. It's not about that. It's even the opposite. It's about realizing that all the technology that exists is already here inside of you. Once you realize that, magic happens. Okay, you get closer to God and you use technology even more. And all this paradox that humanity is stuck in, having conflict between technology and God, is disappearing. Having conflict between the material and spiritual is disappearing. Everything becomes quantum, just like this video is quantum. I'm appearing in front of you without any reason, and I teleport directly in front of you. This is quantum technology. This is already there. Don't need to build anything else. Just realizing, okay? So people who work on this path will receive so much power. This is insane. So there are many ways to do it. I just gave you one way, but there are many ways to do it. All the Kabbalah 3 I'm building also. All the Kabbalah 3s I'm channeling. The Kabbalah 3 event that I'm channeling right now in this video. All of this, every time you build a new fractal, a new Kabbalah 3, it brings you closer to God once again. I will have finished this video, and then I will have a lot of realizations, and I will grow again in my soul, okay? It's not at all online. So, nothing is happening online. There is no point of contact anywhere with the matter. It's all an illusion. So, once you understand all of that, and you work in that direction, you will get so many blessings, okay? And another thing I realized about money and that I made a commitment to is to always, even if you have no business or nothing like that, always process all your transactions. So I realized that having online banks right now is such an enormous blessing, because I removed the notification of my banks for a long time. I was stressed to see all the notification about all my expense and having no income, right? But eventually I faced it. I realized it was so important to face it. Every evening I face all my expense and look at it, because once you face it, you make the real transaction, which is inside, and which is loving unconditionally everything that you do, everything that you do with other people, all your exchanges. And once I did that, a lot of things changed, and I stopped having so many leaks. This is really important for us that want to do magic online, because you need to realize that money is really just quantum exchange, quantum transaction. So it just appears on your screen. The transaction happens just when it appears on your screen, just like everything else. Just like what appears on your social media, just like what appears when you're doing magic, like I explained in all the other videos. It's all quantum. So removing all these leaks inside my mind, okay, the money comes from the bank, I'll come from this country, I'll come from that. No, the money comes from my screen. It's as simple as that. If you can accept that, and you need to accept that through some commitment, if you can accept that the money just comes from your notification, then you will remove all the mental leaks, and you will increase again your energy and your vibration. You stop being destroyed by any kind of external frame. Okay, and this is the beginning of closing the circle, because once you do that, once I did that, I could trade with people more easy. I didn't have any Satan in my head telling me, oh, where the money comes from, all of that. No, the money comes from the present. So I could trade with people, my value, and do stuff. So yeah, this was one of the reasons. This was one of the most important things. And realizing that, okay, God is in money, God is in technology, but realizing that God is in the same, both of the frame at the same time on your phone is really important also. So I realized also that doing all of this is really not only protecting myself with energy shield and all of that, and protecting myself from any kind of frame that will go against that, will go against freedom, will go against magic. But it's also protecting the whole world, because these frames, these portals that just open, is protecting every human in the world, because all the people who are controlling. Remember, I talked about the gurus. I think that they are gurus, so nothing can happen to them. No one can be anything else than their student, right? And it is so controlling in the end. All those people will get destroyed, and so this is protecting a lot of people, because many of them will just read, or are just reader and need to work on that. And if they are not reader yet, it will just happen when they get onto technology, because they cannot, their energy is not strong enough to be there. It's just starting now. So if you are a really strong person spiritually, but you're not on technology, for me, you're not strong. That's why I'm training myself a lot, because I'm not at this level, but I want to be. So for me, there is no point being a teacher offline, or being a, I don't know, even a yoga teacher, or being some stuff like that, which I could do. I could do for many people already. But there is no point doing that if it's not with technology. Because why not? I want to get even more than just a small community offline. I want to have ever expanding energy everywhere in the world. And everyone should have this kind of ambition, because the world is like that now. It's entirely connected. So protecting myself from this kind of toxic frame where you can lose yourself and you're more powerful than the teacher and then what you're doing there. You want to learn something from someone, but this guy wants to control you. I mean, it's impossible. Even if they don't want, it will just happen naturally because of the poison that has been created since generation, okay? I don't know how to explain that in a positive way, but it's positive. There is a positive aspect, okay, which is technology. So I'm protecting myself, but also protecting people and giving this door and portal for everyone. So this is through social network magic, doing that. So you're free. You don't need a business online, you don't need followers. You're free just because you have it already now. In the present, you can take action now, and it will free you from any matrix. Even the matrix you're in now, I don't know where you're at now in the world, in which matrix, in which community, which company. You can free yourself just through some clicks, because you're a magician, okay? So you have to become a magician. You have to have at least this ambition. Otherwise, where are we going? The world is going in that direction anyway. So I realized then after something really even more interesting. So if you look at my last videos, in between the last quest when I was in Korea and now I'm back to Japan, I did many videos about the body because I had to pay a huge debt to change this planet and open all those portals. I had a lot of sickness. And I had a pubalgia, and it took me months to heal it. Even now, I still have some very little symptoms, but I healed it in such a huge way. I can run, I can do stuff. I could not do that since 5 months, at least. The karmic cycle completely ended. I saw the karma going out of my legs a few days ago. So it was purely energetic once again. And now I healed the bottom of my back. I have healed my lower back because I still had some. And now I have healed my lower back because I still had some residual symptoms from my pubalgia going up, and healing that just finished the job, okay? And it all had the perfect meaning, perfect timing. Okay, all the sickness had perfect timing. And it was also linked to technology, so I explained already how to use technology, how to use your screen to download biological information from the internet, from the spirit of the internet, into your own body and heal yourself. I already explained that in the video. You can heal any body parts just doing that, and put light in every body part just doing that. But I've given 5 to do it, all of that. So this is free healing for anyone, and I've done that again, and I realized I could go even deeper when you start to do that, and I started using social media, all of that, and filming myself and editing the video and all of that. I realized, wow, this is just, at some point I will just get behind the screen doing some physical exercise, because I'm using the mind a lot to heal, but eventually I'm transforming all of this into some Taoism magical process, and Taoism use the body a lot and all of that. Eventually, instead of killing my mind doing Kabbalah 3 and channeling it by words, I could just do the exercise in front of my camera. And this will become the same consequence, but we need continuity. If you ask me, oh, I could have done that long time ago, everyone is doing that since a long time. Yeah, but you don't have the God frame inside of you, you don't have continuity with your soul, so you're doing that for some time, we'll lose later. I'm not about that, I'm about eternity, about immortality. So everything in your life, this is just a life lesson, just a life principle, but you need continuity. Continuity is very important, because you can get light temporarily, but if it's temporary, that means no continuity, and you will lose it later. What's the point? So I realized through the process that now the portal was open for me to do that. If I want to do yoga online, I can do. If I want to dance in front of my camera and generate energy and do magic like that, I can do. It's open because now all the Kabbalah trees that I link to the body are not only on my computer, but inside my body. I can just use my body as a Kabbalah tree now. Not only my words, not only my videos, but just the human body. So I started to integrate and absorb the energy of people that were already doing it, and opening the portals for them as well, protecting them as well, because now they can do and have success for it and all of that. And it will manifest. So I won't put examples of everything I found online or the people I found even offline, but it's already manifesting, and you will see it in your own matrix. Yeah, it's infinite. Once you get there, it's infinite, because the body is infinite. Everyone, for me, in the future, will not only channel Kabbalah 3 and become like a modern Moses, like I said all the time, like channeling Zohar. So the Zohar is like the main Kabbalistic text, after Torah and all of that. And eventually it's just channeling Kabbalah 3. If you look at the translation of the Zohar today, everything has been translated using the Sefirot. So it's just Kabbalah 3, channeling like that. And I'm doing the same in my own life. I'm just not stuck on the Torah. I don't want to be stuck on the Torah. Even if I like this frame, even if I follow this frame, I want to be stuck in the Torah, because it's not the plan for humanity. I want to help humanity. Humanity is not supposed to be stuck in the Torah. The Torah, like even them say that the Torah will disappear someday, and we won't need it anymore, because it's just a support. Once you know how to channel Kabbalah 3, how your body is a Kabbalah 3 in a quantum way all the time, you don't need that. And so that's why everyone will become a channeler of Kabbalah 3. Everyone will also become a creator of yoga. It's not about being yoga teacher or whatever. They will just create their own yoga, because they will go through their body matrix and channel it outside. Whether it is through dance or through whatever, I don't know how they will channel it, but through their own way. Exactly like what I'm doing. I'm channeling Kabbalah 3 of my own body that don't exist. They don't exist, because this is my own body, and everyone will have different issues with their body. Everyone has different DNA. So everyone has different Kabbalah 3. There is not a Kabbalah 3 for the body of everyone on Earth. It's not how it works. You can have a global frame if you want to help yourself, but in my case, it doesn't work. So I'm at this level where I need to create everything by myself, because there is bread of shame. So I need to be proactive about that. I cannot be supported by things that are too general anymore. I hope you understand. It was not so detailed, but I want to spend too much time into that. But basically, it's about understanding that you can use technology and the Kabbalah 3s in a certain way on your computer, not only for yourself anymore to channel, but also behind the camera. So there is a difference in front of the camera on your screen and behind the camera. Once you get there, once you get behind the camera, then you start to integrate everything that humans are doing on social networks, because they're all just behind the camera, and they're not, nobody did all this work I've done to consecrate their phone before getting there, before sharing, before doing all of that. So sharing with words is one thing, but sharing with the body is another thing. It's another enormous frame that people are using now, and that's since a long time. But so integrating this frame was huge for me, because I understood from a magical point of view, from a Kijutsu point of view, what everyone was doing online. Because I want to understand from the source, from the root. And as I said, it's about getting closer to God, not getting further from it. So understanding that has really enlightened me completely. So then the question is, okay, what to do behind the camera? What to do next? And this is my next quest. I don't know what to do next. What to do behind the camera? Because you're completely free now. You don't have to do crazy stuff on your computer. You just have to flow with your technology and social networks. So I'm back to Japan now. I don't know for what reason exactly I will channel it, but you can do anything, any physical discipline behind your camera. You can do anything, even traveling. People who are vlogging, it's also now just magical discipline. It's really deep with God, really deeply integrated with God now, just because of everything I'm explaining right now, if you understand it correctly. So even vlogging and traveling becomes connected to God. So this becomes devotion. So this becomes something that you will get rewarded for, and not your ego, not in an ego way, not like stealing energy and showing off online so people like you and give you attention. It's not at all like that. It's like you're literally saving humanity by doing that now. This is the new frame. But you need to have the vibration for that. So eventually, I will simplify everything I'm saying in a very simple concept is vibration. Once your vibration is high enough, your quantum enough to give and receive in a faster way, it aligns naturally with everything I'm saying, okay? So people will find their way even if they don't watch this video, but watching this video can just put you on the way just naturally and easily. So, once you get there, You have all those new superpowers, and I felt so grounded recently. This year was such a hell to be grounded, and I was talking about that to someone else who has the same symptoms. It's maybe because the fire horse energy or this kind of stuff, but it's really hard to be grounded this year. For me, the cause is because of all of this. Because of communities and how to end the relationships and all the portals that have been open. And I explained this very clearly with that. So this is the frame I'm focusing on, but I don't know about the rest. But after all of that, I felt grounded again. And it's such a miracle because this year, since 5 or 6 months, I'm not grounded. Not grounded at all. I cannot meditate very peacefully. I cannot get grounded so much. Except when I'm in extreme circumstances, I find a way, but it was hard. So all this part about healing people, taking the karma of people, having energy shield, grounding yourself again, and controlling in a quantum way your environment in a healthy way, sane way for everyone is really insane. So the next thing I'm thinking is that because I found the trading frame inside, I found the trading aspect inside, I think that naturally what will manifest is doing videos with people. I think it will manifest naturally. And this will be probably the next phase. I don't want to say anything crazy because last time I predicted my next phase, it took me 5 months, and in 5 months it was really such a difficult path because of all the sickness and all of that. So maybe some smaller quests will happen in between. I don't know. I love posting stuff and I love to share. But I see that will happen naturally because this also one of the disciplines that can appear that you can do behind your screen. Okay. And even doing that right now, I'm already in Malchut. In Malchut is quantum realization. I'm already realizing in the quantum way that all this video was useless. All this video is not existing once again. It's always like that. Once you reach Malchut, which is the matter, you realize nothing exists. It doesn't exist. There is no contact point. And that's this video is just here to manifest. Okay? Just here to do magic and to manifest the next phase. So I wish that to happen next, and I will use this video to train my editing skills as well and do something cool about it. And yeah, that will be it. So I hope this video was completely enough. I didn't forget anything. It was a really dense one because there was a lot of subject to put into one, but yeah. So we unlock trading. Now I will see what I'm doing in Japan. I will connect myself deeper and deeper to God, and I feel really good here. So yeah, based on this frame, I realized also that I'm also appearing as a channel, not only for absorbing the karma of people in some different ways. And by the way, I realized that if you have a product to sell or some skill to sell or some healing stuff to sell, it's just a permission slip to give you hurt. What matters is giving you hurt unconditionally. The tool you're using for that are temporary. In any way, the tools always disappear. But if it can help you to share your hurt, open your hurt, and doing this kind of magic, then use it without any condition. Don't put any money on it, don't put anything like that. Use it, because the money comes from your hurt, doesn't come from your skill, your tool, or whatever. It doesn't come from that. This is a lower level of manifestation. The higher level, the source, the root, is unconditional love, okay? And money is connected to that. Don't be stuck or manipulated by any other frame. It is connected. You don't need to manipulate. So because I realized that, I realized also all the temple I've built online on my own technology is such a high level skill, because I was saying once again that there are a lot of spiritual people on this planet that are not using social network because they don't know how to manage it, right? And they don't know everything I'm saying, and they are really scared of it, or even if they are not scared, and I'm glad they're not using it because they will do bad stuff with it, and they will lose themselves with it. Okay, it's too dangerous. It's too high vibration, too much energy. But all this work I've done is solving this problem. And so now my reason to do videos with people is to protect them, to upload into them all of this energy that they can have without having to watch all my videos, without having to do all my work, because I act as a channel now. And channel equals channel. I'm just realizing it right now. This YouTube channel is a real channel, just became a real channel right now. Channel of energy. So anyone appearing on my YouTube channel will borrow all of this energy, will benefit from all of this channel of energy, which is directly connected to the source, because I never gave up the source in any of my actions on technology. And you can watch on my website, this is since I'm born, okay? So from the moment I was with God there before incarnation to now, I didn't give up the link. And being able to put it, to connect this channel, to branch this channel on the YouTube channel that I'm posting on now, is such a miracle. It's such a blessing that I want people to benefit from. So from there are many ways, but simply doing a video with me is already opening the portal for you, already opening the portal for people, and giving you clarity and all the blessings you need. It really acts like a temple. I'm really acting like a temple, like a technological temple right now. So I'm looking for people who want to benefit from that and open themselves to that and receive all the blessings that the world has to offer at the time getting now, like traveling and abundance and all of this stuff, whether it's relationship, money, or travel. Freedom, okay? Anyone can open this portal for themselves, given their vessels, given their karma and all of this, but at least open the portal, okay? And I really want to do that for people, and there are many ways. It can be doing a video, or it can be even, I don't know, doing some deeper tasks for them, like helping them building their own temple. This is what I have done on my previous website. You can still see it, I think. But I explain how to build your own temple and all of this stuff. But I think it's too complex for humans. It's too complex. So all my struggle in life is to make things simple enough to help people to realize God. I never really succeeded to reach a simple level enough to help a lot of people. I help people who already have a lot of potential and all of this stuff, that already are deeply spiritual because they can understand. But I want to help more people, and that means opening myself to more and more energies that need more and more simpler energy. And so that's why I'm opening this channel, opening this opportunity, and sending this channel message into the universe, into the matrix right now, that I want to make videos with people, and if anyone wants to benefit from all of this energy, then I open the portal for those people. So that will be the next quest. I think I will realize more and more every day, and I will keep sharing, and I will keep you updated. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will just see you in the next video.